Hi, Welcome.
Oh, we're doing this?
What? Why?
Welcome to St. Patrick's Day show.
St. Patrick's video. Sons of Patrick's video.
Sons of Patrick Day.
Sib-blub-blub-blub.
Oh boy, I was unprepared for this one.
Now,
I didn't get my list of Irish games.
Tom, the thing is, guys.
We gotta be topical.
This week, we're unleashing our brand new Sonsofvidya drinking game.
No! We could easily do that.
We sure could.
Every time we say absolutely, you kill yourself.
Every time I stutter a lot.
Every time I snap my fingers into the mic.
Every time I adjust the chair, and it's audible on audio.
Every time the dog scratches the door.
Every time I check my phone.
How can they hear that?
They'll have to take it on good faith.
Every time I talk, and then I look over here and get off mic talking to you.
That's good. That's good. These are all times that you shouldn't be drinking.
Well, to be in real Suns tradition, you should eat an entire, thing. You should go to a buffet.
Whatever it is, you should eat all of it.
Because that's how you get to be Suns quality. Is to eat a lot of food, not drink.
No.
We're not funny because we drink.
You eat all your calories. You don't drink them.
Comedy is directly proportional to calories. Everyone knows that. You eat a big meal, then you're funnier.
More comedy
because
you have more calories to burn from comedies.
Remember Horatio Sands? He was funny, then he lost weight. Now nobody cares anymore.
I didn't care too much about Horatio Sands before anyway.
He was good in a lot of things. Sorry, Horatio. I know you're a fan. I think you're great. I think you're great, Horatio. Guys, welcome to another thrilling week of Sonsofvidya.
Hey, Tom.
What? My name's Tom C.
I'm D. Merks. And we're here to bring you talking about video games.
Guys, yes we are. Actually,
we are here to bring you talking about video games.
We're only the captains of that. We're going to get you somewhere where there's people talking about video games, I guess.
So climb aboard. Choo choo.
That's a weird train. Why do we have a choo choo boat? Wait. Forget it, man. Just forget it. Anyway, guys, so there's news again this week. Remember last week there was news? It's not going to be like this every week, but stuff keeps happening. This one is...
Things keep happening.
Weirdly, the world did not stop last week. Kept having news. And
things occurred. Events happened.
Here's what I'm going to ask you, D. Marks.
No.
The answer probably is no.
1776.
Well, sort of has to do with all those things.
Interesting.
Just change blue to purple. Because Saints Row 4 was announced. Did you see the trailer for that?
I didn't, but...
So, let me explain to you how it is. Do you remember Saints Row 3?
Yeah.
That's it. It looks exactly like Saints Row 3.
Because the thing is, some of you might remember me talking about the fact that they were originally supposed to release a Saints Row 3 expansion pack. I think fall of last year. And it got scrapped. And they said they were pretty much going to turn the whole thing into Saints Row 4, which is when they kind of soft announced that Saints Row 4 was going to be a thing. So I did know that I did know that Saints Row 4 was coming because of that.
So you're saying it looks like a DLC? Because boy does it show. It looks exactly like a DLC.
Is the plot still that aliens are invading?
So here's the plot that I've gathered, because it's way stupider than that.
Okay.
So, by the way, guys, in case you don't know, the lead character of Saints Row is named Saintsman.
Saintsman.
That's what we call him.
Saintsman.
Now, the thing is, he always kind of sounds like a superhero when we call him Saintsman.
Superman.
So here's the thing. He now apparently has superpowers for some reason. Also, he's the president.
What?
Of the United States. Of those U states of America, those United S of A, the president. From what I've gathered, he is the president. You got some gun that gives people big heads before they explode. It is Saints Row 3 still.
Yeah, it sounds...
It really, really sounds like a DLC. It looks exactly like Stillwater, first of all. Wait.
Steelport.
We wish it looked like whatever.
Stillwater.
It looks exactly like the city from the other one.
Looks like Stillwater.
I don't know much about it, but I only saw the trailer. And that's what it looked like. And the thing is, when Saints Row 3 was announced, we were jazzed.
Yeah, because we loved Saints Row 2. I never played 1. I heard it was pretty bad.
No,
I heard 2 was...
It's a pretty straightforward gangster game.
Yeah.
It's nothing interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's more.
We heard about 2 because of Yahtzee, I would say, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Who didn't hear about Saints Row 2 from Yahtzee, really? really, guys.
Come on.
But this one, well, we had Saints Row 3 and we were like, whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It was a fun game, a good game, but not a great game. You know, it wasn't as good as 2. This, however, really I'm not excited about. Like, I'm not mad about it, but I'm just not, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah,
you can see they're revving up the goof faction.
See, and that's the problem, because that was the biggest detraction from Saints Row 3 for me. Because it was like, hey guys, do you like goof? Because here it is, all the goof. Like, I'm like, get the goof off of my game. Get it out of here.
Goof
too
off
much.
For games. But like, no, a lot of people at home are going to say, yo, you guys are sticks in the mud. Everybody loves the goofiness of Saints Row. Yeah, everyone loved the goofiness of Saints Row 2 that happened from your own goofiness.
Oh yeah, because
you made the goofiness.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, I know that this rival gang is like pissing me off. That's why I'm going to trap this guy's girlfriend in the trunk of a car and have him run over it.
In an effing monster truck. Yeah. No, the thing, like, a lot of people will be saying, well, there was that one where you shot poop at him. That was, like, the only goofy thing in Saints Row 2.
And I didn't do that for the most part. I thought that was kind of dumb.
It's mostly stupid. But the goofiness and the fun came from you making your own fun situations.
Yeah.
Like, you get in a hot dog costume and you run around.
See, I always, like, one of my favorite things was always the side mission where you pretend to be, like, on cops. Yeah. But, like, they would always be like, okay, we have a bunch of protesters over here, so kill them all with a chainsaw. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. No, it's for a TV show.
Yeah, it's really funny. And that's the thing. But, like, in Saints Row 3, they just were like, the kids want goof. Let's just goof it up. Let's just goof it up a lot. And so now it's like that for 4.
Well, I think that they were trying to do that because they were trying to really differentiate it from Grand Theft Auto. Because I think on the surface, if you didn't know anything about Saints Row 2, and you looked at it and you put it next to a Grand Theft Auto game, I think people would just be like, oh, it's just another Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah.
So I think they were trying to differentiate by being the wacky Grand
Which
Theft
is
Auto
how that is the difference of the game. We all know that.
Well, yeah, very much.
That's the difference of the franchise.
Very much so. But the thing is that like it was a lot more subdued in 2. It was much more clever in 2.
Yeah.
Whereas in 3, it was pretty obvious and straightforward. Not that I didn't enjoy 3. I still play it from time to time. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm just like, bleh.
It was a shallow hole. What I think.
See, the problem is, and we talked about this in a few episodes. It comes up fairly often, but the problem is, basically that game. A lot of that game was, especially the parts with Kinsey. A lot of it was just Saints Row 2 plus internet.
Yeah,
because it was like, yeah, you're trying to take down these rival games, but also troll faces.
Yeah, that's the shame of it. Is that it was a little affected. You can see that it was a reference thing. And you might be saying, but you guys liked Borderlands 2 and that's just memes all the time. That's not true. I'm tired of people saying that.
No, I don't think it's memes.
People all the time are like, Borderlands 2 is just a bunch of meme jokes. It's like one in there, maybe. Anyway.
I compared to Saints Row, Borderlands 2 is like a effing original super thing.
Yeah, and so
original super things are things that happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I would like to see more trailers for 4, but I don't know much about that. But here's the other thing that you may have seen also. This may have happened 2 weeks ago, but you want to talk about this, and now we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So there was this weird thing where some guy talked about Metal Gear Phantom Pain, which I don't know anything about.
I saw one trailer for it, and that was pretty much it.
There's some guy, I don't know what his name is, but he was like talking about it, and he had a full like burned man face mask on.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, but I could show you a picture, but like he was talking about it, and it seems to be.
I'll just look it up on the internet.
Yeah, his name was like a fake name or something. That's like secretly sounds like Kojima if you do it right.
Yeah.
And so it seems like there's some kind of connection between Phantom Pain and what's the other one? Ground Zeroes.
Oh.
That I don't know yet.
Well, it's funny because a friend of mine, I was talking about this last night.
I'm gonna try and bring up the picture while you're.
I'm looking up on. Oh, you're doing it.
I have a special picture.
A friend of mine were actually talking last night about how back when they released Metal Gear Solid 2, what they did was for not the tanker missions, for the plant missions, where you were that's the part where Raiden is the guy, you know,
yeah,
the PC.
I'm aware of Raiden.
For promotional images, what they would do is they actually put in Solid Snake in those areas.
Yeah.
Because they were like, yeah, we don't want to spoil that. So Kojima knows how to bait a hook, you know?
Yeah. Oh, God. This thing's so bad at scrolling. So you see, you got this weird guy, which I can't find the picture of. Hold on.
Top right corner, maybe?
There's a bunch of connections here between Phantom Pain and stuff. I don't know anything about Phantom Pain. Could you tell us about it?
I only saw, like I said,
What happened to the trailer? I didn't even see the trailer.
The trailer was, just a guy who looks like older Big Boss with, like, bandages on his face, waking up in a hospital room, and, like, he's got a prosthetic, like, hook hand thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, like, looking at it, and he's like, ugh. And all of a sudden, just, like, a bunch of military, scary-looking guys attack the hospital, and, like, just start butchering everybody. And, like, you're kind of being... The guy who the trailer is focused on is being led through, like, halls of the hospital by this one guy who, like, kind of looks like a Metal Gear Solid character. Like, maybe young Roy Campbell, maybe Master Miller. But, like, somebody who looks like something like that is kind of guiding you through this hospital and making sure that you're not getting killed by these, like, weird military dudes who are just gunning people down for no reason. And that's, like, the whole thing. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else.
Was there anything, like, said about the time period?
No.
Was there anything you read about it? When did that trailer come out?
I don't know. It's been out for a while. But, I mean, the thing of it is that, like, and this isn't exactly, like, the most 100% best way to go about it, but the claw thing,
yeah,
the claw prosthetic, that would be a very common prosthetic for, like, the Vietnam era.
Really?
It would be like that was the standard prosthetic arm for decades.
Yeah.
So it probably isn't fairly current. It's definitely not like future, unless it's like supposed to be in some like
was it announced to be a new game?
Phantom Pain?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Because here's the thing. Now, I brought up this picture, guys. Maybe I'll post it on the Facebook. I'm sorry that you can't see it with us. But it's talking about how in the trailer for Ground Zeroes, they're talking about, like, a pirate, and there's, like, different scars and stuff. But take note of how a pirate, and he has a hook hand.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, there's people who appeared in both the trailer and this thing. The scar is equal to the one in Ground Zero.
Well, because I remember one of the things that...
I see that.
I remember there was an article that was posted not too long ago about... it was an interview with Kojima talking about the importance of misleading people through trailers.
Yeah.
So it's possible that Phantom Pain is actually just a, like, massive kind of, bait and switch for Ground Zeroes.
It's possible, because apparently Phantom Pain is being done by Moby Dick Studio.
Yeah.
And the CEO's name is... How would you even say that?
Joaquin Mogren.
So if you move the letters around, it's Kojima and Ogre.
Yeah.
And Ogre is Project Ogre, something announced that's not Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. And so, like, there's a bunch of stuff. It seems like these trailers are connected in some way. And that gets me going.
That gets me going.
God, here's the thing, guys. Nobody does it like Kojima does.
Yeah, and he gets a lot of crap for, like, a lot of like the story stuff and that happened between like 2 and 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kojima's such like a great auteur game maker that everything he does is magical in its own way.
Guys, a lot of people complain. They say, "Oh, it's just like none of these stories make any sense, or they're all nonsensical, or almost like anime over the top things." He's doing stuff that nobody else is doing right now. You get all these shooters and stuff that are samey. And you're going to complain about how, like, Revengeance isn't up to snuff or something. He at least
Kojima didn't have too much to do with it.
Still, it's a Metal Gear game.
Not really. It's not. It's not really.
It's in the universe. I didn't say solid game. I said a Metal Gear game. But anyway, the point is, at least that team took a risk with that and made something that was a different thing. True. And Metal Gear Solid 4 was a crazy story, but at least it was neat. Like they took weird directions with stuff, and they don't just give it to you. Like, anyone could make, like, a Halo style, and then Captain Chief was the world's greatest man.
Hello, I'm Captain Chief.
But, like, in Metal Gear Solid, there's stuff happening that's nuts.
Yeah, you'd be surprised about how much stuff happens in Metal Gear Solid, because it's a lot.
Like, here's the deal, guys. We're going to do Metal Gear Solid 2 on the Let's Plays at some point.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 2 is the nuttiest thing that ever happened, and a lot of people didn't like it because it was so nutty.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think... Because I think... I might sound a little pretentious here, so forgive me.
I'm ready for it.
But I think about a lot of the reasons why people didn't like it, I think it went over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are stupid.
Yeah.
Because Metal Gear Solid 1...
I didn't say that, guys. He said that.
Here's the deal. Metal Gear Solid 1 was straightforward.
Yeah, you were like, oh, things are not always as they seem.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 2 made Metal Gear Solid 1 confusing, though. Like, it was by a standalone story, Metal Gear Solid 1, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
A little weird. Metal Gear Solid 2, you're like, oh, things are not what they seemed in that first game. And it made you reconsider some stuff that happened. And then when you see the whole arc of, like, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you realize that everything's a little bit weirder than it seems.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's just great. Because it makes the fan... if you're just a guy who played Metal Gear Solid 1, you don't know anything about Metal Gear. You're like, these games was fun. These games was fun. But when you're a guy who's played all of the games pretty religiously, you get stuff that other people don't get.
Yeah, and especially if you go back and replay them a bunch of times.
Yeah. Being a fan of this series pays off. Especially if you play, like, a different, like, deeper game, like, Portable Ops or, like, Peace Walker.
Peace Wicker.
You know? And so it really... I can't ever be mad at Kojima, and I don't care about people saying, it's just a game about cutscenes or something.
Yeah,
Weakness. These people are weak.
I think if you go into a Metal Gear Solid game and you're not kind of expecting people to be a little long-winded, I think you're not playing the right game.
Yeah, because it's not a game about running and gunning. It's not even a game about games, which is weird. Because it's a story. It's really a story-based game.
Yeah, it very much so.
Like, yeah, they're sneaking around and junk, but it's really, you're in there for the wacky story. A lot of people think the story's no good. Those people are stupid.
Yeah, and maybe Kojima needs to find a better way to convey things through cutscenes, because the cutscenes can be pretty brutal, especially in 4. There were some really effing long ones.
No, the longness is a problem sometimes. But the thing is, he likes to do things that are stylized and, like, almost a Quentin Tarantino-esque, like, non-sequitur segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's...
Like, here's the cooking egg cutscene. You're like, I don't care about eggs. I don't care about Sunny at all.
She's coming back in, there's theories that she's going to come back in, possibly make an appearance in some games coming soon. Oh, dude, no, I think she's in Revengeance. Yeah, that's what it is.
Dude, I kind of want to play Revengeance.
Dude, it did not look good.
Dude.
Like, I saw it, I watched it being played, and I was thoroughly unimpressed.
Here's the thing. It's not supposed to be deep. It's supposed to be you just run around, you slice people up.
I realize that. I realize it's a beat 'em up.
Yeah. How hard could it be to get a beat 'em up right?
Dude, you know a game we haven't played in forever?
Dynasty Warriors?
I haven't tried any of the new ones since, like, 5, and I really want to.
Dude, I'm always... Did we play 5?
Yeah, we had 5 Extreme Legends.
I think 8 came out.
I think so too.
And I'm always like at the store and I see Dynasty Warriors 8 and I'm like, today's the day, and then it's never the day.
I always want to go back to it because I'm always just like, I like hitting people. Because they came out with Warriors Orochi's 3, which I also would play.
I would totally play that. I'm always like this close to getting it, but for some reason I just can't do it. Guys, the thing about that game is the thing is you just want to level up, and it's a lot of grinding, but it's never that. It's always fun.
Yeah, you're
just blowing people up with a spear or whatever.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the guy.
You're the guy. It's a load of fun. One day we should just pool in $10 and buy it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really not even that much anymore. But
we never finished Ken's Rage though.
Dude, I played that game a bunch. I don't know what you're talking about. I finished it.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
The only thing I didn't do was get the Rao, which I really wanted. The guy. The Ken.
Yeah, I know.
Because his thing required you do something like literally 1,000 times.
And you didn't play the sequel at all, right?
No, Ken's Rage 2 just came out, and I assume it's even better. Because, guys, that's a fun game. If you like Fist of the North Star, which how could you not, you effing crazy person?
He's the deli master. He goes to the deli.
Guys, what he said. By the way, if you've never seen a dub of the North Star, go look that up. It's by Weekly Tube's show.
Yeah.
If you go watch it, maybe you can convince them to make more of them because they haven't made any more.
They do a lot of Dragon Ball Z dubs too, which are really funny.
I know, but that Fist of the North Star one's so good.
No, but they did one where it's the one where Goku and Piccolo are learning how to drive. They dub all over it. It's really, really funny.
God, that's what we should get into. Dubs.
How
hard could... If only we had better voices.
Oh, hold on. I'll throw down a little dub right now.
Huh?
Wow.
It's pretty good.
It looks good on the levels.
Pretty good, guys. We're going to catch you after the break. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey guys, welcome back to this other segment.
47.
Still here.
What was it? It was 47.
Yeah.
Episode 47. Can you believe it, guys?
Still here. We appreciate that.
We didn't go anywhere. Where you go?
It's kind of like, Tom, I always like to think of this part of the show as like the encore. Because people...
We've bowed out.
You stay around for the first part.
The house music came up.
Yeah, you're like, I think the house light's going to come on. I should see if they validate parking. Oh, wait.
Stole my car keys. Oops.
Sons are coming back on
wake
stage.
Wake up that guy.
The audio stage.
What? They're back? Like that. We did the bow, but now we're back.
Then we do a full encore. Full 20-minute encore.
Dude, we do an encore that was the exact same length as the first set.
That's how good we are.
Sometimes shorter.
That's how good we are.
Guys, you're welcome. We heard all the applause. Guys, what do you do when you're listening?
When you feel sad. Oh.
Are you jogging? Are you driving?
I'm recording a podcast for next week.
Dude, when I'm listening to it, I'm recording it currently. Which is weird if you think about it.
That is true weird.
It's true and weird. Weird, like you said.
It's really weird. Dude,
oh boy.
It's real side, real fast.
Yeah.
I just have to say this right now. You're rocking some Major Tintin hair over there.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
What happens, sorry guys, I'm going Russian. What happens when you're like me and you're out of shape, I'm sorry to,
You're out of shake.
What happens is you spend any amount of time doing anything, a fine layer of grease goes into your scalp, and if you just scratch it, you got a full on spike dew.
I like that.
Like some people, they have to put in the gel. I don't. It's all just greasy head. It's just terrific. Look at that. That's a full different style then.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you push this down, you do one of these moves, boom, I look like a model.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't see it at home. That's how I get all the ladies, though. They love running their fingers through their hair, because then they don't have to buy any more gel. That's how you do it, guys.
They like wringing your hair out and making French fries.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with that anymore. You used to have the long hair, now you got the short hair.
The shirt hair.
Yeah, dude. You
grabbing me by my shirt hairs.
I got the short hair, too, here.
It's
but
a hair made out of shirts.
I like to rock it a little longer. More.
Or it's a shirt made out of hair.
Yeah, whatever you're saying. I wasn't listening to it, but it was probably great. I'll hear it later. Though.
Great. Just great.
Guys, so...
You said you had stuff to talk about, so let's just jump right in. Kersplash.
Kersplash, guys. So if you're on Steam like I am, which I'm sure you all were...
I think you have a Steam addiction.
I so do. You may have noticed that for the first time since its release, Far Cry 3 was on sale.
Really?
Yeah, like a big sale.
Did you buy it?
I sure did buy it. Because here's the deal. It's been on sale for like 10% off, which go after yourself, This one was, I think, 50% off.
That's not bad. So how much was it? Like
$30 bucks. $30.
Yeah.
I pulled the trigger on it, and I've been playing it a lot lately. Guys, I haven't brought it up to you at all because I'm going to explain it. Here's the deal, guys. Game's great. Game's really good. It's just fun and great. Let me try and describe it to you. Remember Far Cry 2?
Yeah.
Imagine if everything in Far Cry 2 was better. And then that's it. And now mix it with Just Cause 2, the scenery, okay? And like the enemy talking style. And then add hunting, I guess. And that's it.
But the problem, the thing about...
Also, your guns don't malfunction anymore, which I wish they did. I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But the thing is, like, I think to me, always I always felt that Far Cry 2 had a more compelling story than Far Cry 3 did. Because I know the basic plot and stuff. I know what happens. Because, like, for those of you who don't know, guys.
Guys, I gotta talk a little bit about the story when you're done, too.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, guys, basically, as far as I know, the basic premise of Far Cry 3 is that, like, you're vacationing and your friends get kidnapped by these people who are in control of this island, and so you kind of join up with this resistance group to help for your friends and fight against the people who kidnap them.
Essentially. But but that's pretty. Like you know the overall, but you're not in it yet.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's broad strokes.
Let me tell you the first 5 minutes of the game, guys. Spoiler alert for the first 5 minutes of the game, if you can call that a spoiler. It's probably in the first trailer. So you start the game. There's this super duper sappy intro cutscene that's done to the theme of MIA's Paper Planes.
Okay.
Which you know the song of, but it's supposed to be. It looks like a college movie. You're like, it's 5 rich kids who are totally like, we got my dad's credit card, we're going on a vacation. They're doing all this stupid crap. And, they're jumping out of a plane at the end of it. And, you see the screen kind of go back, and you realize that you're in, a jail, a bamboo, cage.
Yeah.
And the pirate, I think his name is Haas or Josh or something. I don't remember his name. But he's got, your camera, and he's, pulling it back, and he's like, yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. And he's just, torturing you and your brother, who are both in the same cage, and you're like, oh, snap. And it's totally rad right off the bat. And so your brother's in the army or whatever. He escapes the cage with you, and you're getting out of here, and you're like, we basically made it. Your brother gets shot right in the neck, right in front of you. The very first time you can do something, it's mash spacebar to push your brother's neck in so he doesn't die. And he still dies. And the pirate's like, all right, go ahead and escape. You can live in the jungle. You get to be free. Except I'm chasing you in 30 seconds. You're like, oh, balls. So you, slide down this jungle, and it's nuts, and you're going crazy, and everything's rad. And you're chased by dogs and stuff, and you're like, the game is so immersive, and you're so in it because of the way the game presents everything. There's no cutscenes. It's all first person.
Right.
So it's super rad. It's so rad. It's so rad. But here's where it's stupid.
Okay.
Because you're a kid, right? You're a rich kid. You're an entitled douchebag, right? So, first 5 minutes of the game, you have to kill somebody, and you're like, oh god, I killed somebody, I'm so depressed. 20 minutes of the game, you're killing everybody, you don't care. You're like a professional mercenary 20 minutes in. It's not like there was a time lapse. You've been handed a gun, and now you're an expert at killing people. You're still like, I feel bad about it. Or you're like, I know how to use an MP5 to incredible effectiveness.
Yeah, but
I don't even flinch when I shoot it. You know?
But I think that's just kind of the way that... I think...
In Far Cry 2, you were a mercenary.
Well, no, and that's what I was going to get into before I was so rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry. I'm excited.
No. What I was going to say was that, I knew it, like I said, I explained the basic story as I understood and stuff like that. But to me, Far Cry 2 just has the more appeal to me personally.
Yeah.
As far as story goes.
I love the idea of 2.
Because for those of you who don't know, the idea of 2 is basically you're a professional mercenary who is going into this nameless African nation that's undergoing a civil war, and you're trying to find and murder an arms dealer that's been supplying weapons to both sides.
Yeah. And that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
The story of 2 is definitely cooler in theory, but the way 2 was executed was poor.
Yeah, it was pretty not great.
There was something about 2 that made it unlikable. I don't remember what it was.
I didn't really like the way the health system worked.
Yeah.
Also, I wasn't a fan of...
The health system largely is not changed. Because you basically make syringes and you have a little health bar and stuff. Mm. If you run out of health packs, you can still heal yourself the way that you could remove bullets in the other game.
Yeah.
So you kind of still have that. But 2 is a cooler idea, because in 3, your character's unlikable at the start.
Right.
And you're kind of like, I'm sort of into this. And the funny thing is, you're discovered by this tribe, right? In the beginning of 3. And it's the group of people you said, the rebel group who's fighting these pirates. And so, the thing is, you wake up and this guy's touching your garbagey tribal tattoo. That's a cheap college kid tattoo. And I'm like, is he just thinking that that's it's an actual tribal thing that's means something to him? And it's mistakenly he thinks it's something important? That's what I like to think. But anyway, the point is, then you do, you actually level up in this game, because you didn't level up in 2. But you get to level up through different, paths, which are you get the spider, the heron, and the shark, I think.
The heron as in the bird?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a bird either.
You
knew it was a bird.
I did know that it was a bird, I gotta be honest with you.
But anyway, you get cool different skills and stuff that can give you, it can make your healing different, or it can give you new attacks and stuff. And that's cool. And it makes your tattoo bigger when you get them.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. And so here's the thing, alright? It's totally open world.
How far are you into it?
I maybe did 6 missions so far.
Okay.
I've been not doing the missions recently because I just enjoy traveling around the island. Because I've been activating radio towers, which works exactly the way that Eagle Eye Points did in Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, it works exactly like that. And I've been, like, liberating outposts and stuff, which is fun every single time you do it. Because you're like, alright. Because you can, like, plan out how you're going to do it. Like, the one time, because an outpost, you have to kill everyone in the outpost so your bros from that rebel army will come in.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I don't know why they can't do it. They're like, I'm the one kid who's white and in college or whatever. I guess I'm going to get this whole thing cleared.
Because...
You military guys can't do it.
Because...
No, I really don't understand. Because, like, everyone's like, yeah, dude, you go do it. I'm like, I haven't shot a gun before today. This is new to me.
It's my first day on the gun.
Why are you guys making me do it? You all have had guns for your entire life. Anyway, the point is, the one time I was liberating this place. Liberating. I'm using in quotes. And so, for some reason, they had a bear caged up. In a cage. So I obviously shoot
a bear
open...
caged up in a cage.
I obviously shoot open the cage, and they're all like, oh, F, there's a bear killing us all. The bear mauls them all to death, and it's awesome. But, like, the ones who aren't immediately mauled by the bear, I'm sneaking up and I'm taking them down silently. So I'm, like, hitting them from the back as this bear's killing them, and they're all distracted by it, and it's awesome. And that kind of stuff happens all the time. And you never break that immersion, because you're always in first person and stuff, and it's just rad.
It sounds rad. I haven't played it at all.
You would most certainly like it. Because even though you're Jason, the college man, or whatever.
College man Jason.
Mr. Rich Actor Boy or something.
College man Jason.
Even though college man Jason and not sweet master mercenary from 2, you'd still be like, I'm in the jungle hunting for buffalo to build a better satchel.
This jungle buffalo.
There's all sorts of animals. You got frisky dingoes. You got sharks, which you for some reason have to hunt with guns, which doesn't make any sense. You got buffaloes.
That could be dynamite fishing.
I wish. What are you got? Those things, cassowaries, the weird birds, you know.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
They're like ostriches, sort of, but they're like super violent. But there's like a bunch of animals you hunt, and you can. There's actually like it gives you reason to do it because it's not like you eat or anything, but instead like upgrades your bag, which for some reason you need dog skins to upgrade your flamethrower pack. That doesn't make sense.
That makes sense, because you gotta have,
I mean, we all know dogs are immune to fire. That we do know.
Yeah,
That's why they're on the firefighting teams.
Naturally.
And so anyway, it gives you a reason to hunt, which is good. But there's like plants you can make stuff out of, like hunting supplies or like whatever, healing supplies.
No, it all sounds neato.
You most certainly would like it. The shooting is mega, mega solid. And it feels like good. There's maybe not enough guns in the game, because there's like 4 of each style. There's only 2 shotguns, and there's only 2 sniper rifles. You got 4 like assault rifles and 4 LMGs. Actually, you only have 2 LMGs. Anyway, the point is, that's all rad. There could be more guns. You can upgrade some guns to give them like new parts and junk, which is rad too. Everything's rad. I'm really having a lot of fun with it. For $30, I feel like I already got my money's worth, and I'm not that far.
Well, that's good.
You know, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do. That I feel like there's a lot there. I can see why it was so popular, and I can see why it didn't go down in price until recently.
Yeah, for another friend of mine, he's kind of like shotgunning it. He's telling me about he's having fun with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I know him?
Frank.
He's doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, here's what I forgot to say about this. It's nothing to do with Frank. Frank, you're great. Here's something that's really irritating.
Okay.
So obviously this is the first time it's gone on sale that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But people obviously bought it. Obviously. People bought it, a lot of them. So there's apparently a Far Cry 3 service, and it wants to be online all the time. But the servers are down because there's so many people on them. So it takes like a minute for it to check if it's online every single time. You start the game, it checks if you're online, and then it'll say, an error, we're not online. You're like, okay, whatever, I don't care. You start playing the game, you pause the game, it checks to go online. You can't possibly cancel that, and it always does it. Every time you die, it checks again to see if you're online, which takes a full minute for a service that I don't want or need.
Well, what does it do?
I have never experienced it yet, because it's never worked.
Okay.
I assume it gives you, like, news on Far Cry 3 and, like, where they're at in development.
Far Cry 3, still happening.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Thank you.
It's like, sorry, the service isn't available. I'm like, I don't need a service. I want to play the game.
I want to play the game.
Like, I think it's a leaderboard of your friends who have played it. And I'm like, no, I don't care about that.
No,
There's no way to opt out of it.
No, it's funny because when I got Mercenaries 2 recently. Oh, excuse me, guys. I got Mercenaries 2 recently. I was like, I just want to unlock all the outfits because I don't feel like doing all the work for it. So I'm like, let me put in this cheat code, and it's like, if you put in the cheat code, you're not going to be eligible for leaderboards. And I'm like, I can't hit this button fast enough to get out of this menu. I don't know what the problem is.
Leaderboards? What leaderboards?
No, who cares? Who cares?
Dude.
Like, I don't understand, like, this isn't some arcade. It's not, like, first of all, nobody could care about that anyway.
Dude, I just don't, like, I do not need to know how good my friend did in this game.
Well, I think
I could ask him. He's my friend.
I think the thing of it is that, like, it's trying to introduce, like, online in an area where there isn't need for it, you know?
I mean, there are some events in the game. There's, like, races where you could theoretically see...
Damn it. Stop, game developers, stop putting races in every fucking game. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm not playing a racing game. I'm playing a shooting game. As one of, like, I was playing Mercenaries. One of the missions you have to do for one of the pirate factions is like, because they're Rastafarians. They're Rastafarians, so they're like,
okay.
Hey man, you got to race on the jet ski for some reason, and I'm like, why? Who cares?
Even we think this is weird. I don't really get it myself.
No, because like one of them is like, oh, you have to drive through one of their smuggling routes. And like, do a lot of their smuggling routes go over these jumps for some reason?
Why is there a checkered flag at the end of this one? Is that just for fun?
Do they normally go jumps over these minefields that weren't here before you started this course? Because I feel like
why'd you guys put the mines here? Why'd you do that? Because that wasn't there before.
No, because like it's stuff like that I feel like detracts some tones in the game. Because like you can do that mission. You can do the you have to go around the islands on a jet ski for the pirates. And the next mission will be like, okay, the People's Liberation Army of Venezuela wants you to blow up this ancient Spanish fortress castle because that's where the Venezuelan army is garrisoned. You're like, this is totally badass. Why did I just have to do the jet ski mission? Give me more.
Hey, man, check out this loop-de-loop. I know you're a mercenary, but come on.
Hey, man, have you considered taking the Pirates Challenge for tic-tac-toe?
You win sweet tickets to Aerosmith. No, I don't understand this either.
No, because like
it does take away from the tone. Really, it does. There's NPC villages for Far Cry where it makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I said before about how Mercenaries 2 was like Saints Row 3 before Saints Row 3 was.
Yeah,
because they like really put they put the goof up to 11 on that one.
Yeah,
and they put like the wacky factor, so it's like, yeah, so you have you do jet ski jumps and like. You have a jet boat that can do stuff, and you have to race that around for some reason. Mm-hmm. One of the mechanics wants you to test out their monster truck. You're just like, this is not what I came to Mercenaries for. None of these involve me shooting anyone.
Hello, I'm a mercenary. We don't do monster trucks as a mercenary. That's not what we do. Maybe have somebody do that who's into monster trucks. I'm a mercenary.
Because again, it's like, all right, I just got done test driving this monster truck. What's my next mission? Oh, you have to blow up this oil platform with C4. And I'm like, okay, could I have done that one? Could I have done that one instead of the monster truck? Because I'll do that one. That one sounds like fun.
It seems like something that a mercenary might do.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not taking Gravedigger to that mission, I guess, but listen, you're a mercenary company. Make me a tank or something.
Yeah, like I said, it just horribly detracts from tone.
Are we a monster truck mercenary? Because then we'll talk. Okay, by the way, game devs, get on a game where you run over zombies in a monster truck. Not sure where we've been on that. Seems obvious now that I say it. Somebody get on that.
You can do kind of like that in Dead Rising. There's like a pickup truck in one of the.
Yeah, here's a lot of hitting people with cars in that game. And hitting people with bikes.
That's true.
Dumb chainsaw bikes.
And hitting people with electrified wheelchairs.
And having a lawnmower on a stick that you just run towards people with.
Also, Patriot Bear.
Dead Rising 2 was rad. I don't care what anyone says. I'm tired of people hating it. I want to like it, and so I'm going to like it.
I still just...
Guys, I could talk all day about crap like this.
I can't come around to it.
If you play it again, give it like 5 minutes and you'll be good. You don't have to go through the story again. You got the idea. They all live happily ever after.
If there was just a free roam
there is.
thing.
Off the record has sandbox mode.
See, that's fine. That's what I wanted from the beginning.
Yeah, it's great. That's all I do. It's the best. Let's go around, kill zombies, and have fun. Guys, we gotta stop talking. You're sick of us.
I can't stop talking. I can't stop talking.
Nobody cares about anything anymore. They're like, just get to the end of it, and we will. We will eventually. But
guys,
what you need to do is email us telling us to get to the end.
Also, rate us on the iTunes.
You guys have been great about it. March has been a great month for us.
Yeah, we
welcome new listeners.
We want you to keep on doing all the things that you're doing because it's all great.
Guys, thank you for listening to us.
We really appreciate all the support that we get. Like I said, we love feedback. We love emails. We love comments. Just keep them coming because we love it.
You're making me feel like a big man by listening to my dumb opinions. It really is important to me to have people actually listen to me. And so, because you listen to our opinions, it's time for us to give you our fastest way of giving you opinions. What's that?
Speed reviews. Tom, this is the top 10 PSP demos.
Sounds great.
Number 10, No Heroes Allowed.
No Heroes Allowed is a game about a place where no heroes are allowed, only villains, and it's got the Joker, and it's got the Penguin, and only Batman ones, though. I guess it's a Batman game. 1 out of 10. Half-minute hero.
This game is so intense for the PSP that it only makes the battery life go for half a minute, so you have to beat all the final bosses in half a minute. It's really hard. It gets a 9 out of 10. Mod Nation Racers.
Mod Nation Racers is the game that I guess you mod stuff and some kind of nation. It's probably like that part in Mercenaries where you have a monster truck. 10 out of 10. Pipe Mania.
In this game, you're playing as your grandpa, and you have to go down to your local pipe store and get all the best pipes and the best tobacco, and you have to smoke them all. Gets an 8 out of 10. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Peace Walker is probably one of the better Metal Gear Solid games that's out. So it gets probably 9 out of 10. Little Big Planet.
Nope. Next, number 4, Wipeout Pulse.
Wipeout Pulse is a game where you're a doctor who's not really interested in people being alive, so he wipes out people's pulse and subsequently kills them. He's a pretty bad guy, but it's a pretty good game. 10 out of 10. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team.
Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team. You and Goku, you have to fight through all the Budokais and fight against the Shoguns and all the Sakura Cherry Blossoms and other Japanese things, and it's great. It's a 5 out of 10. Number 2, Worms Battle Island.
Worms Battle Island is a game where you're on the worms, but you land on these places called the Battle Islands, which are scary, and there's fighting, and worms don't like that. They really don't. So it gets a 1 out of 10. Patapon 2.
Papillon 2 is a sequel to the award-winning movie Papillon, starring Dustin Hoffman and Steve McQueen, about a French prisoner's escape from Hell Island in South America. I didn't know they made a sequel of it, but I heard it's probably pretty good. So it gets a 9 out of 10. And guys, that's it.
We did it!
We'll see you all next week.
We did it!